window open, and if there are any stations out there that would like to get a front row seat and beat the rush, I can take a few check-ins before the bottom of the hour. Please give me a call.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Charlie Hotel Bravo KF8 CHB.
Kilo Juliet 5 India Uniform KJ5 IUU.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo KE8 TQR Keith in Uniontown.
Kilo Echo 8 Zulu Romeo Yankee Jeremy in Ashland.
Kilo 4 Oscar Golf K4OG in Copley.
All right, I'll pick it up there. Okay, I grabbed Andy AB8MO from the blue screen. I did copy KF8CHB Craig. I see K5CFY Rays in the blue screen there as well. I got him. WB4AIZ, gotcha Chuck, and per your blue screen request, I will mark you in and out. Thanks for checking in tonight in 73, Chuck. Next after that, KJ5IUU Scotty, KE8TQR Keith, KE8ZRY Jeremy, K4OG Mark, middle Mark, and I also see KC3SEG. I'll get you in there as well.
Kilo Echo 8 Zulu Romeo KE8 ZZR Harry and Wadsworth.
W8WKY.
KE8VCA returning. Okay, that time I picked up KE8ZZR Harry, got you on the log here, and picked up from the blue screen KI5TAQ, Taco Tim, and let's see another one, KA8MNT Tom. I'll add you to the blue list, or to the list from the blue screen there. KE8VZA returning. Okay, we're down to about 30 seconds. Let's please stand by for our announcer, and then we'll take some more check-ins after that.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST, QST, QST. I am Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. My personal here is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie. I'll be your pre-net controller tonight on the BeaconNet pre-show. We meet here every Sunday night and Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock with check-ins at 9:30. And we're on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Our frequency is 147, Mark 390 with a positive offset, and a PL tone of 114, Mark 8. You can also find us via Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a controlled pre-net. I ask that all traffic pass through pre-net control, yours truly. And urgent or emergency traffic, feel free to break in at any time. And with that, at this moment, I'll take a break here. If there is any emergency or urgent traffic, please call. Hearing nothing, this is KE8VZA returning with the BeaconNet pre-show on W8WKY repeater. We're going to go ahead and check in with our net control team and do our roll call, our notorious Mickey Mouse roll call. So we'll start off with KE8QKO, Nick at Night, who will be our net controller at the top of the hour. Are you out there yet, Nick? And how you doing?
K8BZA, K8QKO. I'm out here, Eric, standing by for the start of the net. Sounding good to me, and I will talk to you in about a half an hour. K8QKO, clear.
All right, very good, Nick. You're sounding good yourself. Good to hear you tonight. We'll look for you at the top of the hour. We're clear with KE8QKO. Next on the list is Dustin, KD8EPC, with no responsibilities whatsoever. Are you out there tonight, Dustin? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
K8VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening to you, Eric. I think I'm going to try to stick around here, so there you go. KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
All right, Dustin, very good. Got you on the log here. Good to hear you tonight. We'll clear with KD8EPC and go down to KD8SLG if he's out there. If he's, hopefully your recuperation's going well there, Just Nick. Are you out there, and are you going to stick around tonight for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric, and all the Beacon Edisons. I'll do my best, but when sleep calls, I answer these days. KD8SLG, back to net control.
N5STJ.
All right there, Just Nick. Good to hear you tonight. You're sounding decent. And, yeah, I understand that sleep thing, you know, when it sneaks up on you, and especially when you're recovering from an injury like that, you definitely usually have to answer. Anyway, good to hear you. We'll leave you on the log here. If you're there, you're there. You're not, no worries. We'll clear with KE8SLG. I'm KE8VZA. I did hear a station trying to check in. Please stand by. We're doing our roll call here with the net control team. I'll take some more check-ins shortly. After Nick here, we go down to Josh, W8HRF. Are you out there tonight, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
K8VZA, the pre-net. This is W8HRF. Hopefully I'm coming in all right. Betty says hi. We are driving home back. We're driving back home from seeing my grandfather. So that was a lot of fun. I am going to stick around as long as I can. I will probably make it to the end of the net. So we'll leave it at that. And Betty's just going to keep talking. All right. Send it back to you, Eric. Talk to you later. KE8VZA, W8HRF.
All right, Josh, very good. Got you on the log here. Again, if you're there, you're there. If you're not, you're not. But we'll give it a shot. So we'll clear with W8HRF. Glad you got to see your grandfather. And we'll go down to, she's probably sitting next to you, KE8YUK, Lucy. Are you also going to stick around as much as you can?
KE8VZA. This is KE8YUK. I am sitting next to Josh with Miss Betty in the back. Can you say hi? There we go. Yeah, she's wired. This is her second night in a row being up way past bedtime, so she's just high on life. I'm probably not going to stick around. I'll be in and out. I'll probably be listening here and there, but I do want sleep real bad. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your net, and we'll catch you guys on Wednesday. KE8YUK. Okay, geez. KE8YUK back to KE8VZA. God bless everybody.
All right, very good, Lucy. Yeah, that sleep thing. I love sleep. I think I'm addicted to it. Anyway, very good. We got you on the log here as in and out, and hopefully Betty will take a cue from Mom there and go ahead and head toward Slumberland. Anyway, we'll clear with KE8YUK. I am KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show, and we've got one more station on our net control team here to touch base with. KI5DAY. Alan, are you out there yet? And how's it going?
Not now. I'm right in the middle of a Rothschilds. KI5DAY with Larry the Rubber Chicken. Yeah, we're in full-scale net mode, ready to go. Wound up, and hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. I bet you she gets, as soon as they key up now, Josh or Lucy, she's yelling hi, so that's pretty awesome. She's already hooked. My goodness, going to have to get her own ham radio, I guess. But all is good. I'm ready to go. KI5DAY, back in there.
W8WKY.
All right, very good, Alan. Good to hear you. Good to hear Larry. And how old? That bag of Rothschilds might be kind of old. I don't even know if they make those anymore, do they? And if they do, I have to get some. So hopefully Larry has a fresh bag of Funyuns for the net, and we're ready to roll. So we'll clear with KI5DAY. That is our net control team. And let's go down our list of check-ins here that I have thus far. I have AB8MO Andy, KF8CHB Craig, K5CFY Ray, WB4AIZ Chuck, who has to be in and out, 73 Chuck, KJ5IUU Scotty, KE8TQR Keith, KE8ZRY Jeremy, K4OG Mark, KC3SEG Greg, KI5TAQ Taco Tim, KE8ZZR Harry, KA8MNT Tom, KD2HCE Chris, asked to be in and out, 73 Chris, KE8YPY Henry, good to see you on the log, Henry, haven't heard you in a while, W3ETB Eddie, and KE8QFT. Okay, that rounds up what I have thus far, and let's go ahead and take a few more check-ins, and then we'll work the list. So anybody that wants to get on the log tonight for the BeaconNet, please call now. KE8VZA returning. All right, hearing nothing, let's go ahead and work the list. We'll go up to AB8MO. How you doing tonight, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Well, of course, a wonderful node ID. KE8VZA and the BeaconNet. This is AB8MO. Yeah, I'll stick around, even if I got to look up Alan's nose. I'm right below him, and I think he needs to pluck them because it's grossing me out. Back to that, AB8MO.
Oh, no. Yeah, you probably have, like, Funyun crumbs coming off of that node down onto your node, right? Anyway, good to hear you, Andy. Got you on the log. Next up, we have Craig, KF8CHB. How you doing tonight, Craig? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KE8VZA, KF8CHB. Yes, I am going to stick around, Eric. Good to hear from you. Thank you for running the net. And you've got a lot to check in on, so I think this may be moved over to being a CODA, couches on the air, type of a transmission. So back to net control, KF8CHB.
All right, my pleasure, Craig. Got you on the log here. Yeah, CODA, couches on the air. That's one of my favorite modes of operation. Not doing it tonight. I'm actually in the seat here in front of the radio, and but anyway, hope that works out for you. Got you on the log. Good to hear you. We'll clear with KF8CHB. I am KE8VZA, and we're going to go down and touch base with Ray, K5CFY. Ray, how you doing? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Victor Zulu Alpha and the net. This is K5CFY. Great job there, Mr. Eric, and your dual personality with running pre-net control and the net logger. Doing a great job as usual, but I'll definitely be hanging around and ready for the big show. K5CFY, back to you.
All right, Ray. Thanks for the compliment there. And yeah, those split personalities come in handy sometimes. So got you on the log here. Good to hear from you. You're coming in really well up here. So we'll clear with K5CFY. Next, as I mentioned, was WB4AIZ, Chuck down in Florida. He's in and out tonight. If you're still listening, Chuck, 73, hope all is well with you. And after Chuck is KJ5IUU, Scotty. How you doing tonight, Scotty? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KJ5IUU, yes, I'm fine. Mr. Secure,
KJ5IUU, KE8VZA here. I did copy. It sounded like you are sticking around, Scotty, but you were broken up a little bit there, kind of like on and off, kind of in and out. So I'm going to leave you on the. We'll go down to KE8TQR, Keith. How you doing tonight, Keith? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, KE8TQR. Doing just fine, Eric. Thanks for checking me in. And yeah, I'll be sticking it around. KE8TQR.
All right, Keith. That gives us two machinist mates on duty tonight. Good to hear you, Keith. And got you on the log here. We're clear with KE8TQR. Next up is Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How you doing tonight, Jeremy? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
AF5JB, Manitoba, short time.
AF5JB, this is KE8VZA. We're not taking check-ins yet. I'm running through the list of the check-ins we have thus far. I'll open it up again, but I went ahead and did add you to the log. Right now I'm looking for KE8ZRY, Jeremy. Are you there, and are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? All right, hearing nothing, I'm pretty sure Jeremy's sticking around. He asked me to add him on the log in the blue screen. So we'll circle back for Jeremy. We'll go on down to Mark. Mark in the middle, K4OG, back in Ohio. How you doing, Mark? And have you shaken off the truck lag, I guess it is? And are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
K8VZA, K4OG. Yeah, I've shaken off the lag, but I'm lagging now. Got up early at 6:30, said hi to SLG and VOX and YUK, who was opening up the church doors this morning. Eric, I cooked 45 meals and vacuum sealed them. They're in freezer, 19 stroganoff, 17 spaghettis, and 9 double batches of chili. Made all my lunches for next week, and a batch of cookies. Man, that's enough. I am going to exercise my rights as put me down for not responsible ever, and mark me in and out. I'm going to say good night, K4OG. Have a good net.
All right there, Mark. Man, you are a regular Chef Boyardee there. Sounds good. Yeah, got yourself all set for the week, and some tasty meals at that. So I got you in the log, in and out. Good to hear from you tonight, and I'm sure we'll hear you on the barometer net during the week. So we'll clear with K4OG. I'm KE8VZA. And next we're going to go down to Greg, KC3SEG, down in Florida. How you doing, Greg? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
W8WKY.
First off, to you, Eric. Yeah, we're going to be sticking around for the net for sure. Keep us on. And that menu, boy, that sounded good. He was making me hungry. For sure. Yeah, Eric, keep me on the list. I'll be waiting on the trivia. This is KC3SEG. We'll be clear and listening. Back to net.
Very good, Greg. You're sounding good tonight on this end. And yes, Mark is a very good cook. I've sampled some of his sweet treats around the holidays, and they're very tasty. So that leads me to believe his regular meals, his entrees, are probably equally tasty. So good to hear you tonight, Greg. We'll clear with KC3SEG and go on down to KI5TAQ, Taco Tim, down in Baofeng, Oklahoma. How you doing, Tim? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Good evening, guys. This is KI5TAQ. Yes, I'm sticking around for the big show tonight, so bring it on. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, good deal, Tim. Got you on the log. Good to hear you. We'll clear with KI5TAQ and go on down to Harry, KE8ZZR. How you doing tonight, Harry? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Hey, good evening, Eric. This is KE8ZZR. Yes, I'll be sticking around for the big show this evening. Back to you, 73s.
All right, Harry, good deal. Good to hear you tonight. Got you on the log. We'll clear with KE8ZZR and go down to Tom, KA8MNT. How you doing tonight, Tom? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
This is KA8MNT. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I'll stick around at least to answer the questions. After that, who knows? I'll probably be meeting my pillow here real soon. So with that, I'll turn everything back over to the net. KA8MNT.
All right, Tom, very good. Give it your best shot there. We got you on the log, KA8MNT. We'll clear with you and go on down to Henry, KE8YPY. How you doing, Henry? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight? KE8YPY. This is KE8VZA with the Beacon Net pre-show. Are you out there, Henry? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight? Alrighty. Henry asked me to put him on the log from the blue screen. We're going to assume he's sticking around. We'll leave him there. And I forgot to mention KD2HCE, Chris, was in and out tonight. 73, Chris, thanks for checking in. That brings us down to W3ETB, Eddie. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, hi, Eric. I had to get my cursor on the Echolink here so I could hit the space bar. I was hitting it and nothing was happening. I thought, okay. The cursor's not on it, so I guess I was up in the blue screen there somewhere, and lost in the blue screen. I'm way down on the list tonight. That'll give me time enough to look up the answers there, Alan. I never look up the answers ahead of time. I always wait until after I give my answer, and then I look it up to find out if I was right or wrong. And maybe usually wrong, or at least sometimes I get one right and one wrong. So But anyway, yeah, I'll be here. W3ETB, back to net. So yeah, before I go, just wanted to say hi to Greg and Teddy in Florida land there.
Very good, Eddie. You're sounding good on this end. Good to hear you tonight. Got you on the log, sticking around. And we'll clear with W3ETB. And next we'll go down to KE8QFT, Fred. How you doing tonight, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, I'll be sticking around. Got the football game on mute. And, I'll be here. If you can hear me, KE8QFT back to pre-net.
Very good, Fred. You're sounding good on this end. Got you on the log, sticking around. Good to hear you tonight. We'll clear with KE8QFT. I am KE8VZA with the Beacon Net pre-show on the W8 WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Okay, we're going through our list of check-ins we have thus far, and next on the log is AF5JB Matt. How you doing tonight, Matt? And I have you down here a short time. Do you have any comments you'd like to share with the net briefly?
I do, and I appreciate it. Getting out there to everyone out there on the net. Pretty sure I said this last week, but to be sure, I wish everybody a happy New Year out there. In case I forgot, I'm pretty sure I did last time, but want to be sure. But other than that, had a great weekend, and saw one of my friends out of town, up northeast of the city, and he did pretty well, and his folks, other friend was out of town, they're busy doing something, but got the laundry done. Got the laundry done, and come back to Tulsa and went to the main event and played Supercard and I played the World's Largest Fat Man, kind of hung around there a little bit. At bowling alley for a little bit, and then I went home and played some Miss Fat Man, some other games, and I watched TV for a little bit. Around the house and had me a beer and I went to bed. And of course, that was my Saturday night. And of course, Sunday, today didn't. I got some R&R. Get ready for tomorrow. That's why. That's why I play catch up. The snowstorm we had Friday morning. Well, I was something else, but we got through it. Of course, most snows almost melted here, and now the roads are clear, so that's a good thing. But other than that, that's all I got. I just wanted to swing by and say hi to everyone, and have a good week, stay warm, and of course, I watch out for the snow for the ones that still has it. And Happy New Year once again, and City 3 out there. Have a good week, and on time for good measure. Happy New Year in 73, and until next time, have a good week. This is the AFI-JB Matt. It's also Oklahoma. It's about to take control. Until next time. Thanks again.
KE8VZA returning. All right, Matt. Very good. Glad to hear you're keeping the Pac-Man dream alive, and Happy New Year to you. Thanks for checking in. And we'll clear with AF5JB. Next on the log, we have AI5Q. Jairus, I picked you up from the blue screen. How you doing tonight, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
In for the show, keeping it short, move along. AI5Q.
All right, thanks, Jairus. We'll clear with AI5Q. Got you on the log, sticking around. And next we have Mark, Northern Mark, KC8FQV. How you doing tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
I can get the key to give me the red button, case up key. Yeah, I'm going to stay around. You know, you have a net in itself with 23 check-ins to 25 now. Help to the blue screen and everything. Yeah, I don't think we should take, I think we should just have in and out almost for the thing. Just maybe say hello and say what happened today, and not a big entourage or whatever. I can't recall what the word I want to say. But back to calling, I'm going to be around for the net. If you want to really do talking, stay for the main net, because they got all the time there. So, I mean, more reason than the short time, half hour you got for check-ins. KCFQV.
All right, Mark, very good. Got you on the log, and it's good to hear you tonight. Just a minor note there. There's some other audio that's being picked up pretty loudly by your microphone, so if you please mute that when we come back around to you for the main net, we'd really appreciate it. It makes it easier to hear what you're saying if that's not in the background there. So thanks, Mark. We'll clear with KC8FQV. Got the F in the wrong place. But that brings us to the end of this batch of check-ins. Actually, we had two batches here. If you didn't get on the have no fear. Nick at night will take more check-ins once he kicks off the net at the top of the hour, which we are at the top of the hour. Excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to KE8QKO. Nick at Night, the floor is yours. This is KE8VZA.
All right. Thank you very much there, Eric, and fine business on the pre-show. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, so we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, India, Kilo. KJ5, ITK, Scott, and Waco, Texas.
KE8 VOX, that's Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray, Scott and Vermilion. I'll be in and out tonight. 73.
All right, I'm going to take it right there for a moment. I had two stations check in. I had one coming in from Waco, Texas, which I did not catch the entire call. You were really staticky. So you repeated a bunch of times, and I appreciate it, but every time you repeated, I heard a different letter, but I did not catch the last one. So the call from Waco I had was Kilo Julia 5, India Kilo something. Can you come back with your call sign, say 3 times phonetically, please?
Kilo Juliet 5, India Tango. Kilo Juliet 5, India Tango. Kilo TK. Scott.
All right, copy that, sir. I have Kilo Julia 5, India Tango Kilo. Scott, again, you are very staticky, so I don't know if maybe you could try to increase power or adjust your position with whatever you're getting into. But yeah, good to hear you. Thanks for checking in there. We'll get back to you here later on the net. And then we also had KE8VOX Scott, another Scott, checking in and out. Is there anyone else who would like to check into the Beacon Net? Please call now.
It is 1 ACK, Whiskey 1, Alpha Charlie Kilo, Whiskey 1, Alpha Charlie Kilo. David, on the island of Nantucket.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, with an in and out, but with double D's, Delta and Delta. God bless and 73, everyone.
All right, we got 2 more there. We have W1ACK David from Nantucket. That's the first check-in from Nantucket, David. David there, so it's good to hear you. I don't think I've heard you on here before, but you might have checked in with one of our other nets. If not, we'll go over all that here later on the net. And then we had K6KJV. Kevin, checking in and out. Sorry, we're not going to have a good conversation there, Kevin. And we got you down for double Ds, as always. Is there anyone else out there who would like to check into the Beacon Net? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard there. Looks like Eric did a pretty good job on the pre-show. We got 4 more here after the net started. So let's go get some trivia questions read to us, and then we'll start going through this list of people we want to talk to. Well, yeah, we want to talk to everybody. So K8VZA, can you read the primary question, sir?
KE8QKO and the group, this is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. In 1975, an engineer created the first electronic camera while working for what company? Your choices are Alpha, Polaroid, Bravo, Canon, Charlie, Nikon, or Delta, Kodak. I'll take a break and come right back and read it a second time. KE8VZA returning with the main trivia question. In 1975, an engineer created the first electronic camera while working for what company? Choices are Alpha, Polaroid, Bravo, Canon, Charlie, Nikon, or Delta, Kodak. There you have it. I'll put it in the blue screen. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. I have my answer written down because I thought of a company in my head before you read the options, and then you read that option, which means I'm probably going to get it wrong. Thank you for the trivia question there, Eric. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Yes, just remember this is only, wow, just went completely brain dead. This is only trivia questions, so, no eye gouging, no wagering, and no Googling, okay? Give me just a second, and I will give you tonight's alternate trivia question, and shortly after I will post it in the blue screen. Let me let this drop. Here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia is, there is a lady in Kentucky who found the best way to get relief from her arthritis and stress issues was by doing which one of the following every day? A, ingesting 20 ounces of vanilla extract with minced ginger root and garlic. B, electrically shocking herself 4 times a day with controlled voltage. C, getting 15 stings a day from honeybees. Or D, eating 25 organically grown Cornwaldo beets a day. KI5DAY, back to net.
Well, that's a good question there, Alan. I have to think about that. Two of them, I believe, might actually have an effect, but I'm not sure which one she did. I have a guess, or a couple of guesses in my head. So I'm going to think about my options there. One of them I kind of use when I get sore muscles and things like that. That seems to help. So that's always not quite like the way she did it, but similar. Anyway, thank you, sir. We'll get some people and get some traffic in, and yeah, get those questions answered. So this is KEAQKO on the WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a BL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to start going through check-ins. We're going to start with AV8MO Andy. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
I don't know anymore. KEAQKO, this is AV8MO. Feeling a little better, but still mildly sick. Not terribly sick. Been kind of enjoying the football game. It's been somewhat competitive. And I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield, that's for sure. So I'm going to go, I think it's, B is an intriguing answer for Alan's question, so logically shocking herself. We'll go with that one. And I got to go with Paul Simon and Kodachrome and the camera that he mentions in that song. I'll let you figure that out, Eric. And if you can't, I'll let you know eventually. That's all I got for the land of lots of snow and no maple syrup quite yet. Thank you for trimming your nose hairs, Alan. It looks a whole lot better now. KEQKO, this is ABNMO.
All right, thank you, Andy. We got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo. It's good to hear you. Glad you're feeling better. Man, the stuff that's going around right this time of year is just not pretty. My wife's sick now too with something, so it just keeps flopping around and getting passed person to person. All right, next we have KF8CHB. Craig, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
Good evening, Nick. Thank you, both you and Eric, for doing the pre-show and the show. I appreciate that, as does everybody else on the net. My quick answers are A and C, Alpha and Charlie. They're probably wrong, but that's what this whole thing's about, having fun and making people smile. So with that, back to net, this is KF8CHB. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Craig. We got your answers down for Alpha and Charlie. Good to hear you, and thanks for checking in tonight. Next, we have K5CFY Ray. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconette?
QKO in the net, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Nick at Night. Great job there, and you got a great net logger there as well. I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie. Bravo and Charlie for my guesses. And with that, I'll give it back to you. And we'll say 73, everybody. Have fun. K5CFY.
All right. Thank you, Ray. Thanks for checking in there. It's good to hear you. We got your answers down for Bravo and Charlie. Our next station, WB4AIZ Chuck, is in and out. And that takes us down to KJ5IUU Scotty. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
Well, good evening tonight, everyone, from the great state of Mississippi. It's been a wonderful day today, good weather. One bit of interesting news, I passed my general license exam, so I'm now a newly minted general class. So that happened this weekend, so I'm excited about that. Now I got to go do some radio shopping is my next thing. My trivia, I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie on that. And with that said, I'll turn this back over to Nick Control. KJ5IUU.
All right. Thank you, Scotty. Congratulations on getting your general, and congratulations on getting to go radio shopping. That's always fun, too. We got your answers down for Delta and Charlie, and it's good to hear you. And next, we have K8TQR. Keith, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
KE8QKO, KE8TQR. Good evening, Nick. Thanks to you and Eric for running the net tonight. You're both doing a fine job. And also, good evening to everyone here on the net. Trivia. Let me get that out of the way first because I know I'll forget. I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie for my answers. Charlie and Charlie for my answers on both of those trivia questions. I've had a really good weekend here. pretty much stayed on the warm side of the door, though I did go out today, fire up the snowblower, and get the snow out of the driveway. There wasn't a lot, but just enough to get the snowblower out and take care of that. I'm not going anywhere tomorrow, but my son does have to go to work, so I figured I'd clean the driveway for him. I'm a nice guy, aren't I? But anyway, now that the tower is vertical, all the antennas are up, the coax is all run into the shack, and almost all the radios are connected. I've been doing a little bit of HF work. Spent a little bit of time doing that yesterday. Made some contacts around the country, but I have to say my best one yesterday was on 20 meters, and it was a long path all the way to New Caledonia, and I'm really happy with that one. And I have to say that 2 years it's taken me to get this project put together. Yesterday was worth it. So anyway, patting myself on the back. Hope to make many more of those. Other than that, just getting the shack straightened up. It's been 2 years. It's been a mess. And now that I've got everything pretty well into the shack, I can get the radios just where I need to have them, and everything just straightened so it's easy to get to and easy to see. Anyway, I want to wish everyone a great week. I hope you all are safe out there on the highways and byways, and just have a wonderful week for the next 5 days until the next weekend. I did get the email about the temporary meeting place, so hope everyone else got the same one. Hope to see you there. Other than that, I got nothing else, so I'm going to send it back to you, Nick. And just like I said, everyone have a great week. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Keith. Got your answers down for Charlie and Charlie. Good you got that antenna up. And, yeah, good to hear you. Yeah, and sadly, I don't think I'm going to make it this week. That's the one night I don't really have anything going on, and I still have stuff I have to do, so I'm going to have to stay home that night. But I hope everybody enjoys the temporary meeting location, and hopefully I can catch next month. Thanks for checking in there, Keith. Next, we have K8ZRY, Jeremy. How you doing, Jeremy? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? All right, nothing heard there. I believe Jeremy did check in through the blue screen during the pre-show and may not have been at a radio, so figure I'd give him a call out just in case. Then we can move on. Next station was In and Out. That's K4OG, which takes us down to KC3SEG. Greg, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for us tonight?
Good evening to you, Nick. This is KC3SEG. I don't have much tonight. Before I forget, my answers I want to give is B and C, Bravo and Charlie. Congratulations to the new general there. Congratulations to you. It's always good to upgrade your license like that. It makes you feel good for sure. That's about it. Nick, you have a good evening, and everybody else, 73, and this is KC3SEG. Greg and Teddy down here in Panama City Beach, Florida. We'll be clear. Back over to Nick.
All right, thank you, Greg. Good to hear you. Got your answers down there for Bravo and Charlie. Stay warm. Our next station here is KI5. Well, before I go to the next station, I'm going to identify. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to go down to KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Well, good evening there, guys. This is KI5TAQ. Let's get the trivia question out of the way. I'm going to go for Delta for the first one, and then why don't I just make it Delta again for the second one? That's the way I'm going to go. So I'm just sitting here resting, relaxing, and I got a four-legged dog that's kind of like taking his nap, if not sleeping. And I'll be getting ready to go off to work tomorrow. And yeah, we had a little bit of snow here in Oklahoma, but it's now mostly melting off. But with that said, I'm going to send it back to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. Got your answers down there for Delta and Delta. Good to hear you. And, yeah, I'd say have a good night, sir. Next, we have KE8ZZR, Harry. How you doing, Harry? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening to everybody on the net. And let me get the trivia questions out of the way first there, Nick and I. I'm going to go with D. D is in dog, and B is in Bravo for my alternate. So not too much happening here, staying on the warm side of the door, as everybody else alluded to. Did have to plow the driveway yesterday, not much snow out there, but enough. Figured I better get it cleaned up a little bit. And like I say, just playing radio, so that's about it. Exciting life here. Anyways, I'll turn it back to you. Nick, this is KE8ZZR Clear.
All right, thank you, Harry. Got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo. It sounds like a pretty good day to clear the driveway. Did a little bit of mine yesterday. It was still snowy. I never got it all off, but that's how it goes. And next we have KA8MNT Tom. How you doing, Tom? And what do you have for us this evening?
This is KA8MNT. Good evening, everybody. Well, let's see. Let's get the trivia out of the way. I'm going to go with D and D, double D's, here this evening. And it's about all I've got. It's been a pretty good weekend because all the teams we wanted to win in football won. So we're a happy household as far as that goes. But with that, I think my head's going to hit the pillow here pretty quick. So I'm going to say 7 threes, everybody, and this is KA8MNT. Back to the net.
All right, thank you, Tom. Got your answers for Delta and Delta, and yeah, get some rest and enjoy the sleep. Also, the next station we have is In and Out. That's KD2ACE. And while I'm on the In and Out comments, we have one In and Out check-in from the blue screen, which is WV3K, to add to the log at the bottom. And that takes us down to one station that did not respond during the pre-show, and I think he was also checked in via the blue screen, but we'll see if he can join us now. That's K8YPY Henry. Are you out there, Henry? And do you have traffic for the Beacon Net? All right, nothing heard there. Perhaps he was In and Out as well, which takes us down to W3ETB Eddie. How you doing, Eddie? And what do you have for us tonight?
Yeah, hi there, Nick. I don't have any traffic for the net other than the fact that I'm just really very sleepy and tired. I agree with Tom there about trying to keep awake here. I guess when I'm this far down on the list, it's hard to stay awake. Not that anybody is actually boring. Everybody's a lot of fun to listen to. I say it's really a great net. And thanks for running it. Thanks, Eric, for doing the logging. And we'll go ahead and answer the trivia questions here. Listening to the main trivia question, I'm going to go with Canon. I think it's Canon is B for the main one. And for Ellen's question, I think that concoction of all that stuff that that lady cooked probably did work. So, we'll go with A on that one, I believe. And that is it.
right, thank you, Eddie. We have your answers down for Bravo and Alpha. Next, we have K8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the net tonight?
Okay, I'm going to say Alpha and Bravo. Alpha and Bravo for the main and the alternate. I wondered, I don't remember these questions from one week to the next for the right answer. Does anybody? Oh well, I forgot how many evergreen trees were in the United States. That was like a year or so ago. I'm watching this exciting football game. My old buddy Baker Mayfield is doing the best he can against them Washington Commanders, but he's got the lead 17-13. Other than that, not a lot to say. We still got a lot of snow on the ground up here, and still cold. And then that's about it for now. KE8QFT back to net control.
All right, thank you, Fred. Alpha and Bravo it is, and yes, it is still cold. It is. Took my son tubing today. He went to Brandywine and went snow tubing there. And I pretty much stayed inside. I sat in my truck because I didn't want to go out in the cold. Anyway, thanks, Fred, and we will talk to you later. Next station we have in and out is AF5JB, which takes us down to AI5Q, Jarrett. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good evening, Nick, and I don't have a lot for the net. Just, let's see. We were with Bravo and Bravo, like I said in the blue screen for my answers on the trivia, even though I really think it's Bravo and Charlie. But I locked in my answers early on, and there's no changing them once you put them on the blue screen. So you gotta live by that, I guess. Doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. It's all in good fun, right? So just finished scraping off the driveway today. Had a few areas where the kids had stomped all over it and rolled 400-pound snowballs on top of it and compacted it. And took a floor scraper to break the ice off the driveway and get it scooped up with the snow shovels. They were not cutting it, so I had to break out the 4-inch floor scraper and just start plowing through the ice like I was an icebreaker in the southern hemisphere, moving on its way towards Antarctica. But anyway, we'll say 73 to you, and we'll say 81 to Mark, and 72 to Alan. There we go. AI5Q back to net control.
All right, there. Thank you there, Jarrett. Man, you put the work in the shovel on that driveway. It should become to mine. I never do that. I just kind of, anything I walk on or drive over, if it doesn't come off by itself, I let it sit there until it warms up and melts. If it's really a pain, I'll put some ice melt on it and just call it a day. But yeah, going out with a scraper, I don't know if I've done that yet. That's not it's not been my the level of work I want to put into cleaning driveways. Anyway, thank you, sir. Appreciate you being in there. And next, before I go next, this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And next, we have KC8FQV. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
All right, KCFQV. Well, on the first one, it's going to be Kodak on the main. And on the second one, I'm going to say B. Get 4 stings or 4 shocks a day. That's what we're going to say. Other than that, not much else here happening. So we'll send it back to net control. Well, yesterday I did do 4 Zoom meetings and a lot of nets. I'll send it back to net control, KSFQV.
All right. Thank you, Mark. I actually thought you were going to talk longer than that. I thought I got time to run up and kick off a cup of coffee in the Keurig. So you caught me halfway in the middle of it. But thanks for your answers there, Mark. Got you down for Delta and Bravo. Next we have KJ5 ITQ. KJ5 ITK. Scott, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? Thank you, Scott. I'm not sure if you were asking how your transmission was or if you were saying what you were transmitting through. And I also, you said you were giving your answers, and I heard B is one of them. I'm guessing based off of when the static happened between when you said you were giving your answers and when I heard B, that's probably the alternate question. Can you come back with your answers phonetically, please? All right, thank you, sir. I think if I heard correctly, it's Delta and Bravo. Delta and Bravo, is that correct?
Again, for the lack of transmission here, B is in boy, D is in Delta.
All right, copy that, sir. Gotcha. Got it down for Bravo and Delta. Thanks for checking in there. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but yeah, you're coming in pretty staticky. We heard some of what you had to say, but that's part of the fun of playing radio. Anyway, you have a great night there, Scott. Come back anytime. And yeah, it's good to hear you. Our next station here is In and Out, and that's K8VOX, which takes us down to W1ACK, David from Nantucket. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Next, David out on the island of Nantucket. Nothing much for the net at all. My answers were going to be Bravo and Charlie for the trivia. And just want to say hello to everyone on the net from the island of Nantucket, operating on my FT70 and my brand new Zoom spot that I got set up. First time checking in, and I hope to make it a common occurrence. 22 degrees out here on the island right now. No snow, but it's been fairly chilly for us. Back over to net control from W1ACK.
All right, thank you, David. Thanks for checking in there. Yeah, our net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern time here on this repeater. And yeah, come back anytime. It's good to have you check in. And we got your answers down for Bravo and Charlie. Two stations here that are in and out. That's K6KJB and WV3K. I'm going to break for time. Now that we've gone through our list of check-ins, let's go ahead and see if we have anybody else that's waiting to check into the net. So if you want to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
November 5, Sierra Golf, Juliet. November 5, Sierra Golf, Juliet. Don in Waco, Texas.
Here is November Uniform 5 Delta NU5D. Steve in Gatesville, Texas. Don't have any choices for the net, but just listening in, enjoying the net. Over.
W8WKY.
Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha. Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha. KG5 ATA, Georgetown, Texas. The name is Guy. Checking into net.
Kilo Bravo 8 Lima Juliet. KB8LJ Chuck in North Olmsted, Ohio. I'll be in and out.
All right, nice orderly round there. And a little bit of a self-corrected pile up at the beginning, which I like to see as well. All right, I have let's see if I write this very wrong. I can read my own writing here. Yeah, N5SGJ, Steve, or Don. I have NU5D, Steve. Steve, you mentioned you were just listening. Did you want to be in and out, or do you want us to call back to you?
Just listening, good to hear the net. Really don't have any comments. Thanks again, and back to net. NU5D.
All right, copy that, sir. Just want to double check. Then we have KJ5 ATA Guy, and we have KB8 LJ Chuck, who is also in and out. Let's go talk to N5 SGJ. Don, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the net tonight?
It'll be short time tonight. I missed the trivia question, so I will not give an answer. But actually, I'll go Cornwaldo and Bean. And Steve, NU5D. I'm sorry I lied earlier. My mobile, my HT Marine radio is a Cobra, not a Motorola. And so I'll send it back to net control. This is N5SGJ.
All right, copy that, sir. Thank you. We have you down for Cornwaldo and Bean. Thanks for checking in there. It's good to hear. Next, we have KJ5 ATA Guy. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Yeah, Beacon Network Control. Yeah, this is KJ5 ATA. What do I got? Oh, what the heck? It's cool here in Texas. We almost got a full tonight, so you can see from here to yonder, and it's all good. So, anyways, as far as the trivia questions for the night, I don't know what they are because I checked in rather late. I'm watching this show called Yellowstone. I'm kind of late in the season. I'm watching it, and I don't know if anybody else follows this, but it's kind of okay. It's kind of a good show. I mean, it's entertaining for what it is. If anybody's got any comeback or takes on that, that's okay if they want to talk about it or don't. Anyways, yeah, as far as my day is concerned, nothing spectacular. It's just like winter, and it's been a nice day, sunny day, but it's been cold and windy, and nothing like we have up north. But anyways,
it's all good. So anyways, not like he's getting up there in Beacon that in Ohio. Not where I want to be. Anyways, I'm going to throw it back to network control. So yeah, it's all good.
All right, guy. Tell you what. Before I respond to your comments there, I'm going to identify real quick. This is KEQKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL zone of 114 Mark 8. Let's get those questions right again in case anybody else is out there that's listening and wants to answer them. Let's start with K8 VZA. Eric, you get the primary question. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. In 1975, an engineer created the first electronic camera while working for what company? Choices are A, Polaroid, Bravo, Canon, Charlie, Nikon, or Delta, Kodak. It's KE8VZA. This is also in the blue screen. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Let's go talk to KI5DAY, Alan, to get the alternate question read. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY with tonight's alternate trivia. Here we go. There is a lady in Kentucky who found the best way to get relief from arthritis and stress issues was by doing which one of the following every day? Was it A, ingesting 20 ounces of vanilla extract with minced ginger, root, and garlic? Was it B, electrically shocking herself 4 times a day with controlled voltage? C, getting 15 stings a day from honeybees? Or D, eating 25 organically grown corn Waldo beets a day? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate the alternate trivia. Let's go back down and talk to KJ5ATA Guy and see what he has for us, or has for the trivia answers. Guy, take it away.
Yeah, network control. I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie. Now, those are kind of kooky guesses, but I think that Kodak is, to me, it was a camera maker in my day, and as far as bees are concerned, I like honey, and bees make that. So that's my choices, and I'm going to throw it back to network control for possibly the answers after a while. So, anyways, this is KJ5ATA.
All right. Thank you, Guy. Got your answers down there for Delta and Charlie. Yeah, you mentioned Yellowstone. Yeah, my wife and I watched that a while back, and then the writers went on strike, and they didn't do the second half of the last season. But it's out now, but unfortunately you can't stream it. I don't have cable. We had it for a while and just never watched it, so we just do the streaming stuff, the few streaming services, and that's what we do. Unfortunately, you can only watch the second half of Yellowstone if you have cable, and I guess we have to wait until it comes out. It's super annoying to me, but that's how licensing for this stuff works, and you can't do anything about it. Anyway, thank you there, Guy. Oh, I have been watching. I haven't finished it yet, but I did start watching the Landman series. It's kind of like Yellowstone, but not quite the same, obviously. It was all right. It was similar concept, similar type of show. If you want to just be entertained for a little bit, it's worth it. And anyway, thanks, Guy. And our next station is KB8LJ Chuck. Oh, he was in and out, actually. KB8LJ was in and out. So we're at the bottom of our list. We're going to do another round of check-ins here before we're going to talk to our net control team. Anyone who would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to our net control team. K8VZA, Eric, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for us tonight?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA here. Had a pretty good weekend. The big dogs from corporate are coming in at the Big W this coming week, so that should be entertaining. Congrats to the new general there. I think it was KJ5IUU Scotty. If I got that wrong, I apologize, but congrats. And let's see, Nor's, the other club I belong to, had their weekend, monthly weekend lunch at Kitchen Social over near Crocker Park, and we had a good turnout for that. Food was good there. I've been there before, but it was great. Had a good time, and watched two interesting movies this weekend. Chinatown with Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway from 1974, and its sequel called The Two Jakes, also starring Jack Nicholson with Harvey Keitel as well. And it was about the water shenanigans out in the L.A. area, so it's kind of interesting to watch that in light of what's going on out there now. With water, and there was some oil influence as well. So interesting movies. They were very good. I liked the first one better than the second one, and if you're inclined to watch them. But Jack Nicholson was really good, especially in the first one. So let's see. Yellowstone and the prequels, 1883 and 1923, I enjoyed all of those. And 1923 is going to have another season here at the end of February, so that should be cool. Anyway, that's about all I have. I'm going to abstain from the primary question, and I'm going to go with Charlie for the alternate question. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Yeah, I will say that I actually watched 1883 before I got in and started watching the episode of Yellowstone. 1883, I really liked that one. That was a very well done sequel series. You start, you finish. I thought it was fantastic. I really liked it. Anyway, thank you, sir. And next we have KD8 EPC Dustin. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Okay, well, he probably turned into a pumpkin. That happens this time of night. Let's see if the other one's still awake here. KD8 SLG, just Nick. How you doing, sir? How you feeling? Are you awake? Are you painless? What do you have for us?
KE&QKO, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Nick at night and all the Beacon Netizens. The other one, huh? That's me, I'm the other one. Let's do trivia first. I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie tonight. Delta and Charlie. I like the 1883 thing, too. That's one of the shows I've binged since I've been kind of locked down here with the ice and de-ice process. So, yeah, good shows for sure. Club meeting Thursday night this week. It's up there, Farmer Boy on Cuyahoga Falls Avenue or something. All the information's on wawky.org. Don't think I'm going to be able to attend. Just seems like a long time in a car to me. Winter Field Day. It's next weekend, I think. Wayne Amateur Radio Club is putting something on in their clubhouse. So you want to play some radio and get in out of the cold. That's going to be the place to do that. Thanks, Nick. Fine business. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. Got your answers down there for Delta and Charlie. Yep, and heal up there, son, and hope you feel better soon. Yeah, I won't be able to make the club meeting this week either, even though it is a bit closer, but yeah, it's just not going to happen this week. I have too much stuff going on. Anyway, thank you. Good to hear you. And, yeah, keep in touch. Hopefully you start to feel better. Next station we have here is W8H. Hang on, before I do that station, I'm going to identify. This is K8QKO on the WWKO repeater 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, going through our net control team. Next, we're going to talk to W8HRF. Josh, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K8QKO, W8HRF. Good evening, Nick. Good evening to everybody on the net. Good net, Nick. We were here for almost all of it. We got Betty in bed. That was successful. Boy, she was, I feel bad we kept her up late, but we typically do that when we go back home to see my mom, because we end up staying later than we mean to. But it was fun. We were watching old home videos of, excuse me, my brothers and I, way back, however long ago. It was fun. We were watching, there was a lot of hobby rocket launches. That was fun. So it was good. It was good. And like I said earlier, got to see my grandpa. So that was a lot of fun. Let's see. I think I put my trivia answers in earlier. I think Eric's got them. Yeah, I think Eric's got them. I don't remember exactly what they are. I think it's like Bravo and Charlie or something like that. But anyways, dang, there's something else I was going to say. Oh, Nick did most of the announcements. So that's cool. Man, next weekend's going to be a busy weekend. I'm going to go to the P-Cars event that they've got in the morning, and it's just going to be a busy Saturday with the VHF contest. It'll be fun. So that and Winter Field Day, like you were saying. I'll probably stop by the Warren Amateur Radio Club. But, yeah, it'll be fun. So if anybody's interested in stopping by at the P-Cars POTA, that'll be out at Wingfield Lake at 10 a.m., 10 to 3. So I'll be there earlier in the morning, and it should be fun. And I think I'll be able to make the meeting this week. I'm going to be coming back from a work trip, but I think I'll be able to make it just in time. So, anyways, with that, I'm going to send it back to you, Nick. Hope you're doing well, and we'll talk to you all later. This is W8HRF, back to net control. Oh, by the way, Lucy's still here and awake if you want to give her a call, Nick. W8HRF, back to K8QKO.
All right, Josh. Thank you, sir. Yeah, sounds like a good time. Glad I had time with the family, and I got transfers down on Charlie at Charlie. And, yeah, it sounds like you have a fun-filled week and weekend planned as well. I've got other things planned, so I won't be doing any radio this weekend. I'd like to, but I'm not going to be. But I will be busy as well. We got scout stuff going on this weekend, all weekend, so that's what I'm up to. And anyway, next to get on and talk to K8YUK, Miss Lucy. How you doing, ma'am? And what do you have for us tonight?
Good evening, Nick at Night and the rest of the net. I was planning on being asleep by now, but I'm not, so here I am. Josh said you already have my answers as Alpha and Charlie. Yeah, I mean, Josh pretty much explained the day. It was good. It was good to see his grandpa, and it was really fun to see Betty interact with him. And they were both sad when we had to leave, which was heartbreaking. But we did need to get food because I have been more nauseous today than I have been since first trimester, so that was not fun. It wasn't bad, but it definitely made me wary. And then we were at his mom's house watching old family videos, which was adorable. His youngest brother was so chubby when he was a toddler. It was hilarious. Because he's this super tall, ripped 18-year-old now. It's hilarious. But yeah, so it was good. Trying to organize my week and make sure that I am actually doing things around the house that I should be doing, like putting away Christmas decorations and doing dishes. But otherwise, it should be pretty good. And we'll see you guys at the club meeting on Thursday. And that's pretty much it for me, so I'll pass it back to you. Good night. God bless, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Lucy. Got your answers down there for Alpha and Charlie. Sorry you're not feeling great, but it's like it's all worth it in the end, right? A little bit of suffering now and a lifetime of joy, I think, is what it's supposed to be. Anyway, thanks for checking in there. We appreciate it. And next we talk to Alan, KI5DAY. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for us tonight?
W8WKY.
KI5DAY. What do I have for us tonight? Well, I have an extra bag of Fritos. You see, Dollar General the other day, they had a special. You could buy 2 bags of Fritos and get 2 free. So I fell for the gimmick, and then I got home and I realized I have 4 bags of Fritos. So I was trying to figure that one out. Well, I just happened to open one that day and had a bowl of chili and Fritos, and I gave a bag to my sister and brother-in-law. Stuck one in my work bag, took it to work with me with another can of chili for whenever I decide to have that at work. So yeah, we're trying to get through the Fritos. And Larry, he likes to eat the Funyuns, but occasionally he wanders over and gets into the Fritos. But anyways, for my primary answer on the cameras, I'm going to go with A. Nothing says lovin's like a Polaroid. I need to get one of those. Those are cool. Let's see, what else? Not much else. I was off at work Friday and yesterday and today, and I don't go in tomorrow either. Hi, that's awesome. So I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to relax tonight, watch a little TV, and maybe eat some Funyuns with Larry and even some popcorn, perhaps. We shall see. KI5DAY, back to that.
All right, thank you, Alan. We got your answers down for Alpha. Yeah, you said Fritos, but in my head I pictured Funyuns, and you mentioned having it with chili, and I'm like, chili, Funyuns with chili. I'm like, oh, would that be any good or not? They're like, well, maybe Funyuns and chili would be a good combination. I don't know. Just kind of, and then of course everything corrected itself in my head. I'm like, oh, Fritos, not Funyuns. But anyway, thanks there, Alan. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear you. This is K8QKO on the WWKR repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We're going to do another round of check-ins. So anyone who'd like to check into the beacon net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. It's always funny. It's very funny to me anyway, when the net's going and it's going, all of a sudden there's just the check-ins just drop off, and then the conversation's kind of it's almost like just like 60 to 0. I don't know. It's all right, but I know sometimes it's kind of in my head how that happens. Like, geez, it just kind of got all quiet all of a sudden. Like walking into a room and suddenly it gets quiet. You wonder if it's you. Anyway. Let's go get our trivia answers. Let's go up and talk. Oh, I should get my trivia answers before I do that. I'm going to go with Bravo and Alpha. Now, I'm going to caveat the Alpha because I have like little ginger supplement pills that I take sometimes when I get like sore muscles from like exercising or something. They seem to help a little bit. And I've also heard bee venom can be anti-inflammatory as well. So I'm torn between those two. And I thought Alpha instead of Charlie because Alan said 15 bees, and I'm thinking, how do you get 15 bees to sting you unless you grab each one with a pair of tweezers? Be really, really meticulous to do every single day. That's my thoughts on it, so I want to get that out. And let's go to Eric, get our trivia answer read. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA here with the main trivia answer. It is Delta Kodak. It is the first electronic camera made in 1975. The first actual digital still camera developed by Eastman Kodak engineer Stephen Sasson, I guess like B.L. Sasson, in 1975. He built a prototype from a movie camera lens, some Motorola parts, 16 batteries, and some newly invented Fairchild CCD electronic sensors. Ooh. And the camera was the size of a printer, weighed nearly 4 kilograms, and it captured black and white images on a digital cassette tape. He and his colleagues also had to invent a special screen just to view the images. So there you have it, Kodak Delta, KE8 VZA, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. There we go. I got that one wrong. I was pretty sure I was going to get it wrong because when you read the question, the first thing that popped into my head was, it's got to be Canon. And then you read Canon as one of the answers, and I'm like, that has to be it. But I'm like, usually whenever that happens, I almost always get it wrong whenever the answer pops into my head and it's in the list of options. Yeah, it happens a lot. A lot more than I'd like to admit. Anyway, thanks, Eric. Appreciate you. And next, we have KF5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia answer read for us. Alan, take it away.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. The lady from Kentucky that I'm referring to is from Morning View, Kentucky, which I have a lot of family there. And this lady really does exist. And the question was, there's a lady in Kentucky who found the best way to get relief from her arthritis and stress was by doing which one of the following? It's funny that you made the connection there with ginger, Nick, for, using for swelling, but that's not the right answer. Oh, too bad. But it was a nice connection anyways. Nice try. The actual answer was, and is, believe it or not, getting 15 stings of bees. I watched the video on this lady. I think she's plumb out of her mind. But, yeah, she stings herself every day with 15 stings. And she's been doing it a long time. Even her husband commented about it. It was a rather strange thing, but for whatever reason, she says it does give her relief from arthritis and the stress that comes along with all the arthritis. So that's what she does, and I think that's rather bizarre. But hey, she's from the hills of Kentucky, so she can't help it. With that, great net as always. Got the Polaroid thing wrong. I was thinking Polaroid ran off of batteries for some reason, so it was electric in my head anyways. But good one tonight, Eric, and thanks everybody for the net. It was a lot of fun. KI5DAY with Larry. Good night.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. I've done some reading on this a little bit. Never tried it, but I guess you can actually get bee venom as a supplement. And I've heard and read stories of people that with bee allergies, like stinging allergies, will sometimes go and actually intentionally get stung by a bunch of bees, and then their bodies will their bodies will sort of balance with the antibody production in some of those situations, and they actually can, I guess, if you get stung enough and you have a bee allergy and you're obviously handled properly with proper medical attention, I'm not suggesting go out and smacking a hornet's nest and see if you can beat the allergy or anything like that, but there have been people that have sort of shaken or lessened their bee allergies by using bee venom. So, and yeah, that's what I've heard. It has an anti-inflammatory option. So if you have arthritis, maybe that's an option. I'll have to try that. Maybe my wife sometimes gets the arthritis in her hand and now, maybe I'll get some bees and throw them at her. See how that works out. Anyway, thanks, Alan. Appreciate you checking in, and thanks for doing the alternate trivia. This is KE8QKO on the WWQR repeater. We're going to do one more round of check-ins or rechecks. So if you'd like to check in or recheck, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Tango KG5 PTE.
Okay, I'm going to say what I have there, what I think I've got. KD5 PTE, is that correct? Or KC5 PTE is what my netlogger has. I have KD5 PTE. Can you come back with your call sign phonetically, please?
King George V, Papa Tango Echo, KG5, Papa Tango Echo, Kilo Golf 5, Papa Tango Echo. Name is James in Belton, Texas, right here in the middle of the state.
All right, thank you, sir. I got KG5 PTE. I'll get back to you here in just a moment. Would anyone else like to check into the Beacon Net or recheck? Please call now.
W8WKY.
Fox Claim Victor, recheck.
All right, sounds good. I got the check-in from KG5PTE and a recheck from KC8FQV. Let's go talk to KG5PTE James and see what he has for us this evening. James, take it away.
I was just scanning through the bands and just happened to turn the radio on and forgot that the Beacon Net was on tonight. And hello, Mark, KC8FQV. I've checked you in on the Five Hills Net before. Hope you're doing okay up there in Ohio. Good to hear you here, too. And I just wanted to just throw my call sign out there and check in for the night. It's kind of late. I was about to shut the radio down. Sign out there and check in for the night. That's all I got. Kind of late. I was about to shut the radio. Everybody up there in the Buckeye State's doing good. Believe it or not, I support the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm glad they beat the Texas Longhorns. Even though I'm from Texas, I can't stand them burnt orange Longhorns. I'm glad Ohio won. Believe it or not, you got an Ohio fan here in Texas. I hope they win the championship against Notre Dame. And I support J.D. Vance as y'all's vice president. He's a great guy. Back to net control, KG5PT.
All right, thank you, James. We appreciate you checking in there, and thanks for the Ohio compliments. We try to do our civic duty up here as much as we can. Yeah, come back and check out with us anytime. And if you weren't aware, you mentioned checking in Mark there and another net. Mark's here is a local member or a local operator here in our Northeast Ohio, so it's kind of worth I guess maybe mentioning that there. Anyway, speaking of Mark, let's go down and talk to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing, sir? And what is your recheck?
All right, KCFQ. Yeah, I had NetLogger up, and you can have many of them open. You can have about 6 of them at one time up. And I went to open up the monitor one, and I clicked on the monitor tab, and it closed the whole program. It periodically does that, and I think it's because of the touchpad on this computer. It used to be the old touchpad on the laptops. You used to have the pad, and then you used to have 2 buttons right below it that they were actual clickers. These new ones are all one pad. So you have the pad itself, and then the where you click is, it's part of the pad, which I don't really care for. But I think they didn't want to be able to have crumbs fall through. I don't know. Well, we know we don't like crumbs in them, but if you got the keyboard right above it, that the keys are open and crumbs can get through. Well, what's the difference that you have crumbs get under the touchpad? I'd rather see the touchpad have clickers separate from the pad. But that what happened there, I was like a little distressed there. And yeah, I have to go this week sometime and do blood work. I'm sort of lightheaded or whatever today. I don't know what that is. Well, we go to the doctor. That doctor I go to next week, but we do blood work this week so he can look at my blood. And every time I go to him, it's always a fasting. So I have to watch what the numbers are at night and keep them up enough so by morning I'm still high enough. Because if I get too low, and I was planning that day, well, I scrub it. If it gets down too low, I have to go another day. So I like to go in, and I like to be at 100 or a little higher so that, if it drops, because we don't want to be drop too low. So, your numbers should stay. You should be, if you get into the 80s, you want to know it, and you want to watch it, and if it gets any further down than that, you want to get carbs into your system. So, and then in a couple weeks I'll go to that doctor and I'll ask him, because the one doctor told my dad when he had the diabetes, something to get you up, shoot you up fast, drink a can of Coke. And that's why I drink Coke or, any of the high test pop, and it gets me back up from being low. So we'll send it back to net, KSFQV.
All right. Sounds good, Mark. Thanks for the recheck there. And, you have a good night. Okay. A little after 11 here, so let's wrap this thing up. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KEAVZA, KDSLG, KDDBC, KI5DAY, W8HRF, and K8YUK, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, here on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496 at Echolink WWKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the... I stopped reading and... Hang on a second. You're welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKR repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sundays. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KQKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
KJ5 PTE, this is N5SDJ.
This is KG5ATA, great network. It's a good evening, and as far as Buckeyes and Longhorns, yeah, Buckeyes did a number on them, no doubt about it. And I'm from Georgetown, Texas, and so I don't feel bad about it, really. And yeah, Vice President Vance, yeah, all go. That's what I say. Anyway, this is KJ5ATA. We're out.
KE8QFT, is that Texas station still here?
Well, this may not be the Texas station you're looking for. This is NU5D. My name is Steve. I'm in Gatesville, Texas.
Gainesville. Wow, I knew someone from Gainesville when I was in Korea. I was stationed in Korea with someone from Gainesville. I was talking about the guy from Belton, I believe was happy that Ohio State beat Texas. Oh, well, what's the weather like down there? I hear you got some snow.
Well, I'm in Gatesville, like opening and closing a gate, right by Fort Hood, middle of the state. And that was my friend James in Belton, who's about 40 miles southwest of me. Right now it's 43 degrees. We might be getting a little freeze off and on. Had a little rain, no snow, just kind of wintry weather. I think about an inch of rain, kind of muddy out, but not anything in particular. No ice, no snow. Over.
said Gainesville. I thought you said Gainesville. Because, like, it's near Dallas, if I'm correct, and I heard Dallas was supposed to have some weather. Earlier this weekend. KE8QFD.
Yeah, I believe they did have a little bit of freezing ice and rain and that kind of mess, but didn't get this far south. Was there anything in particular other than just the weather, or anyhow, 71 years old, been a ham for 40-something years, and playing a little bit with Allstar Link, got a homemade node that I'm playing with, and anyhow, just kind of tinkering around. By trade, I was radio communications. I owned a two-way radio shop for a number of years, had an opportunity to sell it, and just enjoying retired life now. Over.
I was stationed at Fort Hood in the 70s, 73 to 76, and yeah, you know, I spent many a weekend with the American Legion there in Killeen, and boy, if it wasn't for the American Legion, I had a good time there in Texas. That American Legion, boy, we'd open that sucker up 7 o'clock in the morning. Would be what they call sick call on a Saturday, 7 o'clock in the morning, and stay until that place closed at like, well, I think 1 a.m. I'm going to say 1 a.m. to be conservative. Or you couldn't have anything to drink after 1. Yeah, about 2 o'clock they closed the doors. And I mean, I literally stayed there all day and night. Over.
N5SGJ.
There you go. Well, I've not been to the one in Killeen. We have one here in Gatesville. I'm going to bow out. My friend Don in Waco wants to pick it up. So N5SGJ, go ahead and pick it up. Good to hear you, Don. And I'm going to call it a night and go to bed. NU5D. Go ahead, Don.
Well, first thing, I just want to admit to lying to you. It's not a Motorola Marine Band. It's a Cobra Marine Band radio. Back to you, Steve.
Well, all right. I'm not familiar with it. I'll have to look on the book sometime, see what it's about. But appreciate knowing that. I'll leave it with y'all. Go ahead. NU5D.
So here is N5SGJ. I'm about to head to my house. I'm about 3 blocks away, but I'm heading home.
Okay, the KE8QFD. Right in Medina, Ohio. 73 to both of you. And look forward to hearing you next week out here. Same time, same channel. KE8QFD. We're clear.
Bat time, same bat channel. N5SGJ. I'll be clear.
KJ5HIJ. Hey, Steve, are you still there?
Yeah, I got your email. Well, another time we'll get together next week someday. I just had a little time this afternoon. Didn't know if you were around or not. And didn't hear from you, so I figured y'all had other things going on.
Well, it would have worked great, but I'm really sorry. I should have checked my email. I'm so sorry. I do have your number. I'm pretty sure you have mine. Go ahead and give us a call if I don't answer my email, because it would have been worked great today.
Well, I just had a minute, and we go to prison ministry from 2 to 3 or 1 to 3, so I just typed you a note and that kind of thing. I really didn't have time to get on the phone, but we'll hook up this coming week sometime. Tell you what, it's been a long day. I'm tired, so I'm going to bow out, and we'll get together. Thing is working. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. So KF5HIJ and others out in Radio Land, 7-3 from NU5D.
Steve, KJ5HIJ. Hey, Scott, I heard you way down there in the noise, but there's a lot of noise, but I hear you. I got half of that. 73 Scott, KJ5HIJ.
KJ5II monitoring.
Well, Mike, we finally figured out how to sign out of your account on your computer, and so we completely wiped all your stuff off and restarted a new thing, so it's working fine now.
I say it's not a bad little system. It's a little slow, and keyboard's a little sticky, but still works.
Well, it actually worked better than I thought it was. It actually doesn't, it's not that slow.
Compared to the systems I have now, it's pretty slow. The laptop I've got now, 6-core, so that's only a 3-core. And the desktops we have in the office are 2 matching pair of Acers, and they're both 6-core, like 5th generation.
Yeah, roger that. Well, it works for what I'm wanting to do, but it's not as slow as I thought it was going to be, but it is not too fast either, but it works for what I want. But hey, Mike, I got to go here, but again, thanks so much. This is KJ5HIJ, clear.
Well, I thought it would help you out and you would enjoy it. 73 to you, and I'll run an Uber tonight.
WRXC 426. I'm in N5
but gotta go. 73, KJ5HIJ.
W8WKY.
Yeah, I heard a WR station, but I didn't get all of the call. Go ahead and try it again. This is November Uniform 5 Delta.
That was Don, accidentally using his GMRS call sign.
Understood. And you 5D.
N5SGJ.
W8WKY. W8WKY. Repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY.